Titus 2:13, looking for the blessed hope and glorious appearing of our great God and Savior, Jesus Christ. In our final look at these early pioneers of the Adventist church, we come to the final stanza of I Saw One Weary. Here the fourth and final stanza of the hymn goes like this. While pilgrims here we journey on in this dark vale of sin and gloom, through tribulation, hate, and scorn, or through the portals of the tomb, till our returning King shall come to take his exiled captives home. Oh, what can buoy the spirits up? 'Tis this alone, the blessed hope. Clearly, this stanza talks about all those who are making their way towards eternity when Jesus comes to take us home. It is here I find it important to look at the life of the author of this hymn, Annie Smith. Annie Smith was the older sister of the more well-known Adventist minister Uriah Smith. She was born March 16, 1828 in West Wilton, New Hampshire, and died at the very young age of 27 from tuberculosis in July of 1855. During this time, she became an accomplished poet and hymn writer, serving as the acting editor of the Review and Herald whenever James White was traveling. But what is most amazing is her story of becoming firmly rooted in this message of the blessed hope. You see, while both Annie and Uriah had believed in the Advent message regarding 1844, both siblings fell away from the truth after the Great Disappointment. But Joseph Bates was holding meetings regarding the Sabbath, and Rebecca Smith, Annie's mother, asked that she might attend the meetings. The night before this first meeting, she had a dream. She went to a meeting, but was late, and then when she reached there, only the seat by the door was unoccupied. Taking the seat, a tall, noble-looking, pleasant man was pointing to a chart and was talking about the 2300 days in the heavenly sanctuary. In the dream, she knew the message he was presenting was the truth. The same night, Joseph Bates had a dream. He dreamed he was in the room where the meeting was to be held. He dreamed that he changed his mind about the subject he was to give and that he spoke on the sanctuary question. After the meeting had begun, Bates saw the door open and a young lady come in, taking a seat in the only empty chair available, the one, you guessed it, by the door. The next night, Annie, who thought she knew where the meeting was being held, got lost and, you guessed, was late for the meeting, sitting in the only chair available, and that's right, the one next to the door. Both Annie and Bates recognized one another from their dreams and talked about this after the meeting was over. Annie Smith was convinced. What would buoy her spirits up? 'Tis this alone, the blessed hope. Maranatha.